Gather close by the flickering fire, where shadows dance and whispers conspire. It's time for a tale of dread and delight, where fear takes flight in the heart of the night.
The night was still. Only the sound of crickets breaking the silence. Alone in the house, I heard my dogs barking wildly. My heart raced as I crept downstairs, but found nothing out of place. Feeling a bit uneasy, I returned to my room. Minutes later, the garage door creaked open. My pulse quickened as I peered outside. No car in sight. Panic set in. Someone was inside. With trembling hands, I locked my bedroom door. Each creak of the floorboards sent chills down my spine. Shadows danced in the dim light, making my room feel smaller, more suffocating. Suddenly, I heard heavy, deliberate footsteps on the stairs. My breath hitched. The intruder was coming closer. I could hear my own heartbeat echoing in my ears. I pressed my ear against the door, straining to hear. The footsteps stopped right outside my room. I held my breath, fearing the slightest sound would give me away. A menacing silhouette appeared under the door crack. A tall, skinny man with a gray beard. He lingered, as if savoring the fear he knew he was causing. My mind raced. I needed a plan. Slowly, I inched toward the window, praying it wouldn't make a sound. The handle turned with a soft click, the only noise in the oppressive silence. Just as I was about to climb out, the doorknob rattled. He was trying to get in. I stifled a scream, pushing the window open and slipping out into the night. I ran to my neighbor's house, my heart pounding louder than my footsteps. My neighbor, a police officer, opened the door, and I choked out what had happened. He didn't waste a second. Grabbing his flashlight and gun, he rushed to my house. I followed at a distance, my body trembling with fear and adrenaline. We entered the house cautiously. Every corner seemed to hold a new terror. Finally, we reached my bedroom. The intruder was hiding in the shadows. My neighbor apprehended him quickly. The man's sinister smile sent a final shiver down my spine. The nightmare was over, but its shadow lingered.
As one tale ends and silence reigns, let whispers rise and stoke the flames. In the heart of night, where shadows gleam, another story begins. It's Eerie Dream. I accepted the delivery with a shrug. Just another late-night run to an office building. Simple enough, I thought. But as I pulled up, an unsettling silence blanketed the area. The instructions were clear. Leave the food on the second floor. Yet, the building felt eerily empty, almost abandoned. The pitch-black staircase seemed to swallow my every step. Halfway up, a man emerged from a dark room, his face obscured. He pointed me upstairs, his voice cold and hollow. A chill ran down my spine as I continued upward. Reaching the second floor, I placed the food down, but something felt terribly wrong. Shadows danced in the corners of my vision, whispering my name. Suddenly, I heard footsteps behind me. Turning quickly, I saw nothing. Panic surged through my veins as I hurried back down the stairs. The exit seemed farther away with each step. The air grew thicker, making it hard to breathe. Was I imagining things, or were there voices calling out to me? Just as I reached the front door, I glanced back. The man stood at the top of the stairs, his eyes glowing with an otherworldly light. My heart pounded in my chest. Without looking back again, I bolted out of the building and drove away, my hands shaking on the wheel. The eerie silence still echoed in my ears. The next day, I received an unexpected call from the police. They asked about my delivery, their voices grave. My pulse quickened as I recounted the night. The officer informed me that the building had been abandoned for years, left to decay after a devastating fire claimed several lives. The realization hit me like a freight train. The figures I saw, the man who guided me, they were the ghosts of those who perished in the fire. Chills ran down my spine as I hung up the phone. That night, I encountered the restless spirits, forever haunting the darkness of that forsaken building. In the heart of night, where shadows gleam, another story begins. It's Eerie Dream.
Alone in the dimly lit corridors of the hospital, I push my cleaning cart, the wheels echoing eerily against the walls. Shadows dance at the corners of my vision, but I tell myself it's just my imagination. As I mop the floor, I hear faint whispers. I pause, straining to catch the words, but they dissipate like smoke. My heart pounds faster, and I grip the mop tighter. A sudden flicker of lights makes me jump. In the brief darkness, I see a shadowy figure dart across the hallway. I blink, but it's gone, leaving only an unsettling chill in the air. I find an old, dusty photograph in an abandoned room. It's of a group of doctors and nurses, their faces solemn. Written on the back is a date from decades ago and the word, justice. Footsteps echo behind me. I turn quickly, but there's no one there. The air grows colder, and I feel an unseen presence watching my every move. As I scrub a stubborn stain, a soft, sorrowful voice whispers my name. I freeze, my breath hitching. The voice begs for help, sending shivers down my spine. I stumble upon an old, locked drawer. With trembling hands, I force it open to find faded letters detailing mysterious deaths of patients. The words, cover-up, and secrets leap off the pages. A ghostly apparition of a nurse appears before me. Her eyes are filled with despair. She reaches out, her hand passing through me as she silently pleads for justice. An overwhelming sense of dread washes over me as I piece together the hospital's dark history. The spirits of the wronged patients and staff are trapped, seeking closure. The whispers grow louder, more urgent, as if guiding me towards a hidden room. I follow, my heart racing, knowing that the answer to the mystery lies within. In the hidden room, I uncover documents exposing a corrupt administration responsible for the deaths. The spirits surround me, their forms becoming clearer, their faces full of gratitude. As dawn approaches, the apparitions fade away, their souls finally at peace. The once eerie hospital feels lighter, as if a great burden has been lifted. I survived the night, but the memory lingers.
As the embers fade and shadows grow, the night's secrets we now bestow. Until next time, when darkness claims, we'll gather again beside fiery flames.